Sudhir Rana. Thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today. I'm Antonia K. Moore, and I'm excited to be chatting with you about marketing, one of my favorite topics yet again. And basically, I just want to kind of find out from you your background and any sort of information or insight you can give to businesses, big and small, regarding marketing, what you've learned, your experience, and I suppose your backstory.
Hi, Antonia. Thank you so much. I'm equally pleased to be here with you today. I came from an emerging market, and emerging market is one my research area as well. So we'll have a talk around that. Let me tell you something about me what I have been doing and what I'm presently doing. I'm a management scholar. More specifically, I'm a marketing scholar, and presently I'm working with College of Healthcare Management and Economics in Gulf Medical University, United Arab Emirates. Something unique and specific about the institute that I'm working with is that it's a combination of two skills, medical skills and business skills. You know that this is the era of cross disciplines, multidisciplines, and everywhere we need people who are multi-talented, multi-skills. So here in the College of Healthcare Management and Economics is a young college. We are trying to have students who have diverse interests and who would like to specifically work on the management and leadership side of the healthcare. So this is one part. Other than this, what I have been doing is I am trying to nurture or position some research outlets that serve as a vehicle between academicians and practitioners. So one of the journal that I have recently nurtured in the near past is FIB Business Review. And the unique thing about this journal is that we have a industry practitioner section in the journal, and we also have specific business related cases as a mandatory publishing section in the journal. I work on emerging markets, like I said, so I am also editor for advances in emerging markets and business operations. So we can have conversation around emerging markets or College of Healthcare Management and Economics, where I'm a part of the team. I'm a program director for our undergraduate program in BSc Healthcare Management and Economics.
Okay, yeah, wow, very impressive. So I suppose let's talk about emerging markets, and also as well, you say that you look for stakeholder satisfaction. So what do you
Yeah.
mean exactly by stakeholder satisfaction?
Okay, as far as my research journals that I'm handling are concerned, to me, stakeholder satisfaction is that I need to care not only about who are giving the business, but also the people who are helping me to bring this business forward. So in my academic journals, my authors and reviewers are that are helping me to put forward the content. That content ultimately get to the readers. So the business into the publishing industry is made through the content which is created by someone else. So when it comes to the content creation, there the people volunteer, of course, for their credit and to further their career, they do it. But it is extremely important to have their attention and detailing to what exactly our readers want. So I need to play the part of a mediator or a gatekeeper sometime in order to have something that my readers want this, and therefore we need to have something in this order. So when it comes to the stakeholder satisfaction, I know what my reader want, and I know what my authors can perform. So I really need to create a satisfaction between all of these. And because the journals are hosted by either a society or institution, so their concerns or their expectations, and because publishing companies, they need to have a good business from these journals, so they also have their do's and don'ts. So if you see, we have academicians and scholars in at one side. At the other side, we have publishing company for whom it is a product for their business development, and at the other side there are institutions who are looking for credibility out of these publication outlets. So at the same time, being a editor, my job is to create satisfaction and something for everyone. So I need to follow a strategy that there is something for everyone in this during this journey.
Of
I
course,
take care of it.
absolutely. And tell me then about emerging markets. I suppose, like, how do you sort of keep your finger on the pulse of emerging markets? And then I suppose, how do you approach them?
Okay. Well, emerging market, what my experience is that how due to their modernization, culture, and economic paradigms have changed significantly over a period of time. I've seen that whether it is a Turkish market or Chinese or Malaysia or India have changed themselves really, really fast. So one is that they coped up with globalization. So they act as a open economy and hosted multinationals. At the same time, they also supported their companies going out and having business with other multinationals, or having an offshore operations overseas. So their open culture, the modernization, and the participation of people in bringing business from other countries or having a collaboration in the business and services with other countries have actually made them different from other markets. So whether these are developed markets that somewhere feel a saturation in the kind of innovation or operations that they do, or the so-called underdeveloped markets that they struggle as they struggle for the resources. So earlier, like we were used to say that these are resource-seeking economies or resource-seeking firms into the emerging markets. The resource-rich firms or economies, they come with the resources and then they develop their business operations into the emerging markets. But over a period of time, this notion, specifically in past 2 decades, have changed. Emerging markets have come up with more number of resource, and their firms are not only resource seeking firms, they are also resource giving firms. They are investing into the other markets and other economies, and also whether these are innovative resources, like more innovations, or these are labor resources are very oftenly shared with other markets. So their resource sharing nature, their modernization, like I said, and the participation of people have changed their their economic operations overall.
Okay,
So
wow. And I suppose at the end of the day, like, what kind of advice would you give to people that are, kind of looking to, get into this industry, and maybe, what kind of, yeah, I suppose, like, what kind of advice would you give people?
okay, well, what I learned is that two things are extremely, extremely important. One is your collaboration and network. Until and unless you do not participate into the trade fairs, trade shows, or you do not look for the collaborators who can guide you for the right kind of contacts, it's extremely difficult to have a foot into the door. So one, my basic advice for those who are looking to have business into the emerging markets, any of the emerging market, if you're eyeing a business to either have a business from them or to do a business there, you should network with right people. So participate into the trade show, trade fairs, participate into the conferences, try to look at the professional support that are available with different business portals. So try to have a right connection, and it really helps. If you have a right connection, that right connection can, even small piece of advice can create a big difference for you. And second is that you should have a knowledge of law and culture. You may have business knowledge, but knowledge of law and culture can tremendously affect your business. So first, take a foot into the door with the right contact, and second, learn with law and culture, because these two can actually help you in setting up the business or running your business. So these are the two my advices: that network with the good people, the right people, and have try to gather more knowledge about the law and culture. So these two mantras can make you at least survive and sustain in the emerging markets.
Okay, wow. Well, listen, thank you so much for joining me in the podcast today. That was very insightful and very interesting as well. Pleasure to have you on, and best of luck with everything in the future. And I will put all of the links in the show notes as well. And we might chat again in the future.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Antonia. It was a pleasure talking to you, and thank you so much for having me here. Looking forward to chat in future as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sudhir Rana, or maybe you might pronounce it better.
Yeah, Sudhir Rana.
That's it. Perfect. And tell people where they can find you.
I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on email.
Perfect. So yeah, I'll put the LinkedIn link in the show notes. So for anybody that wants
Yeah.
to have
So
a look or
these
reach
are
out.
my. I'm just writing my email IDs on the chat box.
Okay, perfect. And I can put that in as well. Excellent. Yes, have it there. Okay. Listen, thank you so much again. And yeah,
Thank
have a great
you.
rest of your week and we'll chat soon.
You too have a wonderful remaining week ahead.
Thanks. Take
Good
care.
wishes. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.